So like
If I said
if I stab somebody and I say it's a good thing, then it's just a good thing because my opinion trumps yours. It's about me.
that's clearly not. If
No,
you actually use
no,
context
I'm just
clues, then you
doing
understand what I'm talking about.
the you. I'm just doing the you.
Moose shit. Welcome to Moose Shit, where we spout bullshit. My name is Moose, and I'm joined by my delightful designers, Koob and Al. How are you guys doing today?
I'm doing good. Very
Great.
tired, but good.
Okay, so you guys got very high last night, and Al got crossed for the first time last night.
Dude,
Alex, did
Right?
you actually get crossed or did you just
well, I had a buzz ball, and I'm not sure how drunk that really gets you.
come on,
Um,
man? I know you did not get drunk off a buzzball.
I, I think I felt the high more than I did the
Yeah,
drunkenness.
that's usually how it goes, honestly.
The entire night, one of your friends would do something stupid, and instead of just like saying it because like who cares, he would turn around to me and go like, "That's
See,
pretty
but if
fucking
I
stupid,
literally
isn't
would
it?"
have just said it out loud, you would have been like, "Why are you being so annoying? Just keep that thought to yourself."
Oh, so that's what.
But you
Because as
didn't.
soon as you left, one of my friends was like, he said you were just talking shit the whole time.
I was, because you know what happens when you're high? You start overthinking everything that happens. So you're literally thinking about every conversation that's being said, and I had a lot of thoughts that were going through my mind that I didn't say out loud.
You said them out loud. You said them to me.
No, no, no. I had other thoughts that I did not say.
Like my one boy that was sitting right in front of you. You guys will know. I don't want to say his name though.
Yeah,
Mhm.
He was the one that just said it, and he was like, "Why was he just talking shit?" I was like, "I don't know, man." He's like, "Fucking
I'm just high.
no," but I said you were slow. Sorry.
How was your How was your night, Moose?
I enjoy going out in general, so I was fine. You know, like whenever I don't go out or whenever I don't have much interaction with other people that I know, it's like when those are like the bad days. But like, just chilling in Coop's basement or like going out on Tuesdays, I'm like fine for the most part. It's just part of being an extrovert.
Wow, Moose is growing up.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
Is that growing up? Because I feel like I've always been like that.
Not really, but okay.
I mean, I'm never the one who cancels plans. That's always someone else.
you are afraid to talk to women, though.
That's because
Wow,
I'm shy. That's not because
he
I'm
re-
not an extrovert.
he really just went there.
No, Moose. You were supposed to transition that.
I'll do it later. Um, but I do. I'll transition it. This is a trend that I've been seeing on dating apps where people go like, "Oh, well, I don't really talk to people because I'm an introvert." And it's like being an introvert or not being an introvert does not determine whether or not you talk to someone. If you're an outgoing introvert, you still talk to people. If you're an outgoing extrovert, you talk to people. An introvert literally just means whether or not you gain energy from talking to someone. So like if you go out for a night, are you tired when you come back, or are you still fully alert and awake and ready to do stuff? I am an extrovert. I'm a shy extrovert, meaning it's hard for me to talk to people, but when I talk to people, I'm usually really energetic and I like doing that. And I just don't understand why people don't get that. Why they don't get that extrovert and introvert is different from shy and outgoing. Anyways, um, I was on TikTok, right? And I saw a post, and I can't find it for some reason anymore. But I saw a post with a girl talking about her experience on Hinge and how basically, on this date with a guy from Hinge, the guy turned out to be somewhat of a racist. He said some sort of racist comment or remark, which turned her off. So she just stopped talking to him. So this guy's genius solution to help remedy this situation is to stalk the girl until she got home and then confront her right there and then, proving that he's not a racist. Literally, midway through his rant about how he's not racist and how all girls are the same, he's like, "Let me call my black friend so I can prove that he's not racist." Like it was like I was watching an actual skit. That's how fucking like it was like what I was watching a parody basically. So the guy stalked the girl and um I don't know where I was going with this. Give me a second. Lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah. And so I was just wondering the entire time, how is it possible that people like this are able to go on dates? Because I'm not like this. And I feel like I am, in general, a a good person for the most part. And yet it is hard for me to attract anyone. And like I guess because I don't talk to people, but I'm just talking like in general sense. There's always like the big saying, "Oh, well, good girls only really like bad guys." So do you guys think that's true?
Kinda.
I think it's true in the sense that they like confident guys, and confident guys could be good or bad, but bad guys, I mean, no girl is purposely gonna go for a guy that is a bad person in general. They're just talking about confidence. So Moose, maybe you're just not confident enough.
I don't think so, man. Like, have you ever seen like there's like absolutely beautiful women that will just fucking date some fucking loser who's not even probably is an asshole regardless, and it's either just based on their looks or it's based on what's it called? Them having money or something like that.
Right.
So I
So
don't
in
think it
that
really has
case,
to
it
do
has
with their
nothing to do with whether or not they're good or bad. It has only to do with their looks or their money.
I guess so, yeah.
So, I mean, I can't imagine. Like, are you implying that this guy who was racist showed that he was racist in the beginning, and then she just realized, wait a minute, this guy's racist? No, he clearly didn't show that until she found out during the date and she left.
But it just baffles me how like men like that are able to be successful, you know?
Well, was he successful if he just got the date and then like he all he did
She
was get
stormed
the
off.
date. He didn't get like a second date or anything.
I mean, going on a date is still like a success in my book.
But the thing is she went on the date with him before he like she knew that about him. So does that even really matter?
I mean, it's
Okay.
exciting if you went on a date, Moose. You know, that would be a good first step.
So I have I in the past have joined 6 dating apps. In total, in order of how I joined them, it was I believe Salam, then Muzz, both of which are Muslim dating apps. After that, I believe I joined Hinge. I joined Hinge right after that. Then I made a Bumble account. And then I made a Coffee Meets Bagel account. And then I made a Tinder account. Those are the 6 accounts that I made. Since then, here has been my experience on them. Salam and Muzz are both Muslim dating apps, so I'm not going to be talking about much of that because it's not relatable. It's like me talking about Christian Mingle. If you're not Christian, it doesn't matter much to you. I'll be talking about the other ones. Um, in order of the worst, I think Tinder was by far the worst. Uh, because it was just swiping. There wasn't even much that you can say on any of the apps because the way that it structured it, it was you saw the photos first, and if you wanted to see more of it, then you actually had to like click into it and everything. And if you're just trying to save time, it's just easier for you to swipe left or right.
I mean,
After the
I knew that Tinder would be the worst because Tinder is a hookup app, but I kept on trying to tell you that. No one goes on there for anything other than looks.
every single night, without fail, you said, "Let's start swiping. Time to start swiping."
I mean, don't make it sound weird. It's just entertaining for me to watch you. I'm not saying I'm saying it could be entertaining, but it doesn't mean that it's more or less beneficial for you. I mean, I knew it. Tinder was not going to be a good app. But anyways, continue with your ranking.
After that was Bumble. Um, okay, most of these apps I did not get replies on. I'll talk about the ones that I did get matches on, but I did not get matches on Tinder or Bumble or the next ones. Um, Bumble was fine because it's structured similar to Tinder. However, the difference in it is that it's the way photos and the prompts are laid out. In Tinder, it was just the photos that you would tap through and then you would swipe left or right, and then you can maybe see the prompts that they put down if they even put down prompts. But the way it was with Bumble is that you got to scroll, which was a big improvement because then you actually get to see a lot more of the personality and show off your personality if someone's going through your profile. So I think it was better through there. But just the selection in Bumble, and I don't know how to say this without being mean, it just was subpar, I would say. Right? Like it just wasn't that many people that I would be interested in compared to the other apps. Which is why it's like Bumble was usually one of the last choices I had, but I like the UI, which is why it's up here. After that is Coffee Meets Bagel. And looking back on it, it wasn't that bad, but I did not like using it. The way Coffee Meets Bagel was structured, it was they sent you people that you could swipe through. The maximum that they'll send you is 21. The minimum that they'll send you, though, is fucking 0. There were multiple days that I logged into the app. They said, oh, let's look at the bagels that you've met. Can swipe on. And there was just no one there. 0 people. There were women on the app. You just had to pay, though, to actually be able to interact with their profiles. Unlike every other dating app where you get just to interact with profiles regardless of paying, you actively had to pay on Coffee Meets Bagel to interact with the profiles. It's fucking bullshit. I don't know why Al recommended it. It's just because it was on Shark Tank doesn't mean it was good. Did it even get investors?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. But they still did well comparatively to all the other companies that go on Shark Tank. So two things: one, that they went on Shark Tank, which is a big deal, and two, that they were successful. That their valuation of the company increased like 10 times after the Shark Tank episode aired, and a bunch of people went on
Yeah,
it. I
because
mean,
it's an advertisement. Because they use Shark Tank as an advertisement, like most companies do.
okay, so what are you upset that I watched an advertisement? And I mean, I didn't know anything about the app. I didn't download the app. I just saw the nice ladies talk about it, and I thought it might be another choice for you.
What did Robert Herjavec say, though? What did Mark Cuban say? You know, the 2 tech guys there?
No, actually, I'm pretty sure Mark Cuban said, like, if I give you $30 million for this company, would you buy it? Which is like a crazy big thing, and it was like,
That was
um,
literally a hypothetical question.
okay,
He's
I
literally
know,
gone on record to explain that that was a hypothetical question.
yeah,
So that really means nothing.
but they said no to it, which is the important part. He was trying to see how dedicated they are to developing and making this app good, and they said no to like $30 million. So all of those things combined made me feel like it was a good app.
If it was a good app, don't you think any of the sharks would have invested? Like, any one of them. Not a single shark was like, man, this is a really good app. I should really get in on this on the ground floor.
Bro, that point means nothing because there have been plenty of companies that have not got investments on Shark Tank and have still done well.
Yeah. But you saying them getting on Shark Tank is some sort of accomplishment. You know, the Shark Tank has also featured items such as the Pavlok, right? Do you know about the Pavlok?
Uh, uh, I recognize the name. I don't remember.
So this guy got onto Shark Tank with basically a taser attached to your wrists. And the idea was that you will be able to break your habits by basically shocking yourself. The way it worked was you would say, I don't want to eat chocolate, for example. And so you would then, if any time you ate chocolate, right after you eat chocolate, the point was you're supposed to go in, open the app, and shock yourself. And
I
every
do
single
remember that.
shark, And every single Shark Tank investor was like, that's fucking idiotic, except
Okay,
Kevin. But
yes.
Kevin's an
No.
idiot. Every single Shark Tank's like, that's fucking idiotic. If you have enough willpower to shock yourself, why do you not have enough willpower to just stop yourself from eating chocolate? It makes zero sense. So getting on
Okay,
Shark Tank is not an accomplishment. Get,
yes.
that's not
No,
to like go like, oh my
no,
god, these guys were on Shark Tank. That's they must be
no.
good.
But you're angry not at the app. You're angry at the game of having all of these choices just like a swipe away. You're angry of having to present yourself a certain way and not trying to make it seem like you're more than one way than another. You're angry at the game of dating app. You're not angry at the actual app.
When did I say that's a bullshit argument that you're coming out of nowhere? Because I still on dating apps. I'm not on Coffee Meets Bagel anymore. Want to know why? Because it's a shit app. I'm not angry at Coffee Meets Bagel because I don't really want to start dating. I don't like Coffee
Okay,
Meets
all right. I
Bagel.
mean, I'm so sorry for suggesting an app that you used for a week and then decided you didn't like. I mean, do you want some
Used
compensation for
for
your
a
time
week?
or something?
Used for a week. I used it for a couple of months. I gave it a shot.
All
These
right.
are
I mean,
some
I don't know
bad
what you
faith
want me to
arguments.
tell.
These are bad faith argument just to make me look bad in front of the audience. I resent that.
Hey,
And then after that, and then the
I'm
best
not a
one that I
stockholder in the company, Moose.
okay doesn't change the fact that you're a fucking walking billboard for it. Regardless,
Mm.
the best dating app that I've had experience with is Hinge. And that's because of the UI interface that I said. It's also because I've had like a lot of matches on there, like way more than the rest of the dating apps combined. Um, and for the most part, I felt like I was doing fine. Uh, but it's this this I am. I'll give you this out. I am like a little tired of just like fixating on it, basically.
What do you mean fixating on it?
Well, I was like there at one point in time. I was always on each dating apps, going through double checking every aspect of my profile, moving around photos, moving around prompts, changing this, doing that, just constantly on the app. Basically, it was actually probably like now Siri suggests it. Basically, it's in my Siri suggestions. That's how often I was on it.
Oh my god, Moose. Have a hinge addiction, bro.
I mean, I'm not anymore because I took a break.
Oh, why did you take a break, Moose?
Okay, I matched with a girl on Hinge, and I thought the conversation went really well. We had like a lot in common. Our families were from the same place, in Pakistan. Um, and we both didn't like New York. She, we were both in college. What else? We both like reading and everything. We both like learning stuff. We both were a bit shy when talking to people, and we both went on dates. So one day I decided, oh, let me ask her on a date, and I did, and I went out with her. The issue was there was like a couple of issues that went on with the date. One of which was the place that I recommended that we show up to was closed on the day of the date, which I didn't realize coffee shops close on Sundays, but it turns out that one did. And so I had to like quickly think on the fly. She said that that it was fine and everything. And then I found another place, a little restaurant that we just sat in and talked for like 2 hours. And we talked about a lot of stuff. Talked about each other's families. She asked me. It was weird because it was her first time on a date. I don't think she knew what to ask because like one of the first questions he asked me was, "What is my opinion on w- uh, gender equality, and
Oh,
what
weird.
do I think of the role of women is in society?" I don't think it's weird. I think I understand like it's a bit awkward and everything.
On the first
Um,
date?
it was
Like
her
first
first ever date.
10 questions, like first 10 questions, and that's what you want to know? Kinda weird.
And then after that, she also asked me, "What is my relationship with God?" Which again,
She's
Yeah,
I
see, I mean, that's just so
psychoanalyzing you,
serious, bro.
bro. Psychoanalyzing your answers, probably.
I
It seems like it. Don't they have this exact kind of date for arranged marriages? And this is when you talk about all the serious stuff.
Damn. You just
like
said your shit
yeah.
is a ring.
No, no, I'm just saying that's what the date feels like. It feels like you have 24 hours to decide whether or not this person is right for you.
Well, from my knowledge of it, it's not like you meet the person and then it's like fucking matchmaker where you have like 20 minutes to decide. It's more like you meet somebody or you find somebody and then you guys spend like how much ever time before you're ready to make the decision.
It's basically like a human dating app. Is like how arranged marriages work. Yeah, so we went on the date, and I felt like it went fine. A little bit awkward. I called Alex right afterwards, and he got his girlfriend in on the conversation.
Bro, are
Um,
you in love with Alex, bro? Why do you always call Alex right after big moments?
uh, I needed someone's
Like you're
opinion
going
who's
to
been on a
tell him.
date. I needed someone's opinion who's been on a date. Sorry, Coob, I didn't ask you.
You didn't have to go there, Moose, but it's okay.
No, bro. He insulted you many times. Do it.
Yeah, you
Fuck
were
you,
asking
Alex.
for this. You were like constantly asking for this behavior. And like Alex and his girlfriend both said that they think that it went well based off of my recollection of it. Um, and so I was like sort of fine with it.
Yeah,
I
because you were
texted.
fine with the weird questions.
Yeah, I mean, again, I knew it was her first date, and so it was my first date too. Like I knew like she was it was her first date. B, she's just not used to. She said she was an introvert, so she's not used to like interactions with people that often. So I knew understood that everything going in. Um, and so yeah, so we went on. She said during the date she said that she was gonna go out with some families out on to a restaurant the next day. So about I gave it like so about an hour after a date. I told her I had a really good time. She said that she did too. And then the next day I basically did what I usually did for the week prior to the date, which was I started off with saying hey, and then I asked her how her date was, specifically how the restaurant was that she was going to. Um, no reply, like at all, for like 22 hours. 22 hours. So then I said hey again, smiley face, and then I got a couple of hours. To which then she said hi, this time with no exclamation point. Um, and that she said that she had a really good time, but she just doesn't feel like she wants to go through forward with this. Um, so which is great. That's awesome.
Bro, I'm
Cool.
telling you,
So
you try way too hard, bro. Try so hard. Sometimes you just gotta pump the brakes and just chill. But you are always trying to go forward.
Like he texted her too often.
Yeah, like he did. Why are you double texting her, bro? Just like when she texts you, don't answer for at least like 3 hours. You gotta play the game, man.
See, that's what I was talking about. The game. Doesn't that sound exhausting?
It is exhausting, but you gotta do it if you want to have success on the dating.
yeah, but I mean, I did that. I didn't do that before. Like usually when she texted, I texted in about in within 2 hours. It wasn't usually right away, but it was within 2 hours. And so, which was successful for me because we were able to keep up a conversation. Like I was talking to her for a week prior to us going out, and like it happened in the past where she was just busy one day, so she couldn't get back to me. So I just wanted to double check everything was fine. And plus, I knew the worst thing that was gonna happen was, like I knew like if she didn't reply within like the day, that means she's not interested. So even if I double texted, nothing worse could happen, really. Like I don't think me double texting her is what made her realize this thing just won't work out. Actually, I don't want to go through with this.
It's just not a good look, Moose.
Good luck to who?
Well, for yourself and
I don't
anybody
know.
who
I don't
you know.
really. I think everybody probably has to play the game, but if if you find someone who like she seems perfectly fine with him texting back as soon as possible, which is what he would do usually, then there's no need to be or feel mysterious or try to slowly increase his personality or his intention towards her when you could just do it immediately.
And that's
It
what
didn't work
that.
out,
Yeah, I mean,
but
it didn't work out at all, which is why I took a break. But that gets back to like the main crux of the conversation, which was like types. Because you said, "Oh, well, I have to be mysterious," but then, like, should I be playing into like the type of guy that I know girls like, or should I be trying to be too true to myself? Because on one hand, I can maybe do that if I just do enough research, but then I just wouldn't be staying true to myself. And then, like, what kind of relationship is that really? All if it's all based off of lies, you know.
Bro, Moose, the first thing you gotta do at least is get your foot in the door. You are not even getting your foot in the door because you're not playing the game.
My foot was in the door with that last one.
In one example, but I'm talking about other
Well, in other examples, I don't text back that fast. I usually wait a couple of hours.
Moose, in the situation that you described, right? Or what you explained with this girl, you texted her. I literally remember this because I called you out on it. You texted her, she didn't respond for that day, and then what's it called? Texted her back, and then when she responded, you responded within the fucking minute. Like it was the same minute.
Yeah, that was because my foot was already in the door. The way that you're saying it is that's the way that I did with the other ones. Like this is not the only match that I've had on Hinge. I've had other matches and I've waited, and like those ones never pan out.
Well, it's
It's
also
all based off of the stuff that you guys tell me to write too. It's not even like stuff that I'm coming up with.
first of all, it's not you guys. I've maybe told you like two things ever to say to a. I barely ever tell you. So blame Alex. I
No, I actually agree with Moose is that we shouldn't be telling him what to say because
I mean, he
he's.
says this. He says this, but he actively seeks it out. So what is the point?
Oh yeah, no.
So like he's using it as an excuse, but he actively seeks it out.
I'm
So
not
what is
using it
the
as
point?
excuse. I'm telling you that I'm playing the game like you guys are asking me to, and it's not been successful. The only time I've been successful is by being me.
But Moose, what is the success that you want to have? Is the question I'm asking.
Eventually have a relationship.
Okay, but then you haven't had success with that yet.
Okay, but I think I got closer through my approach than through through Alex and everyone else's approach.
Okay, so
Hold on, I'm the one that told you to be yourself.
I mean, you say that out, but like you also go, don't write that. I wouldn't put that. Don't do that.
Oh yeah, I
Moose,
did say that.
that's such a bad thing to
Hmm.
say. What are you thinking about?
Yeah, I did say that.
Like I don't ask for you guys. Like I don't ask for you guys' advice anymore on any of this stuff.
All right, so then you think that you not going on a second date has nothing to do with whether or not you answered fast or slow enough or any of the
No,
game aspect. So what does it have to do with?
I just don't think that she felt a connection.
Can you ask her? Can you just send her an anonymous Google form to just fill out?
That's so stupid. Why would I do that?
So you can know? Well, you're just guessing.
That was a conversation I should have had the day of. It's not a conversation I'm having now, a week later.
Okay, well, how has your success been since then? Now that it's Valentine's Day around the corner.
I've only been back for like 2 days. You know, it's all about timing. You just gotta wait it out and just improve yourself in the meantime. One thing that does suck about it is that I felt like me and my dad got a lot closer because of it. Because like he was like really excited that he was able to like actually give
Wait,
advice and everything.
did you say one thing that does suck about it?
Yeah.
is that you and your dad got closer?
Yeah, because like I mean, I felt like I let him down by um not being as successful as I wanted to be.
I don't know why. I mean, it's one date.
Yeah, but I mean, like my dad was like really excited and really happy, and then nothing came of it. And so
Also, another thing, you put way too much stock in one date.
I didn't put much stock into it.
Come on, bro. Why are you
How is
lying?
that putting stock into it?
Why are you lying? Why are you playing up like you didn't an extreme amount of what's it called? I could have sworn you were extremely not nervous, but
His
anxious about
happiness was based
yeah,
like I just
all about
I'm
the date. You literally bought us all like fucking sushi because you got a date.
Yeah,
I
because it
don't
was
know
an
why.
accomplishment.
So why are you trying to play it off like it wasn't a big deal to you? It clearly
It
wasn't a
was.
big deal.
I'm not saying it wasn't a big deal to me, but I would say
That's what you're
it's
playing
not.
it off.
That's. I'm not putting weight into the relationship. It was an accomplishment that I made that I was celebrating.
Fine.
So I shouldn't celebrate my accomplishments.
no no
I
no
mean,
no.
Moose, that is such a good way to try to uh invalidate my argument by
No, no, no,
completely
no, 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 no.
saying,
Because I
"No, shut
said
up, shut
no,
up,
no.
shut
I
up, I'm
said
saying
because I
something,
was
shut up, I'm
celebrating my
saying something,
accomplishments,
shut up,
and
I'm
that's like
saying
that's
something,
my
shut up, let
point.
me
That's
finish
my
my point.
point.
Let me finish my point, retard. Okay, I said that you put too much stock into it. You said you don't. And then I said, what is you celebrating it? And then you said, that's me celebrating my achievement. And then I said, that's like the exact point of putting too much stock into it. And you say, oh, celebrating my achievements? That's just a like disgustingly gross way to try to cheat in this argument. When if you're celebrating your achievement, that's fine. I don't care. But why would you take all of us out to dinner to celebrate you going on a date? Like
Because it's
that
me
doesn't make any
celebrating.
sense.
What argument are you making? You're saying I put too much stock into it because I got you guys dinner? Like
No no
even
no.
by
I
your
know what he's
logic,
saying.
it doesn't make sense.
Okay, Moose, do you think there's a difference between what you're saying, which is just like celebrating that you got a date and just being happy about that, and then what if you are getting like so excited about it and then all your happiness is based on this one person and then once she leaves then you just go into a tumble. These are obviously two extremes, but that's not the same thing because in one instance you're just celebrating like I got it based on my own merit, and the other uh option is that your every all of your happiness is based on whether that person is with you. Right? Those
I
are 2
under
different. I know I'm not saying you're either one, I'm just saying those are 2 different ways, right?
Yes.
Okay. So he's saying that you're more of the latter and you think you're more of the former.
I don't think I'm more of the latter because I recognized what I was doing at that point and I tried to correct it. I wasn't putting too much weight into it because I was purposely not trying to put too much weight into it. I talked to you about this. I said I think I might be getting too hung up on this. I should like be controlling myself. And you're like, "Yeah, I probably should." And so I did that. So I
Mm,
didn't put too much weight into it.
That's your
I
opinion. That's
yeah.
your opinion. I love how you speak like your opinion is fact. Like I can't just have a different opinion.
My
No, if
opinion of
you
my
have to
own
be right.
circumstances and
I
my own
said,
situations and
I said,
my
I
recognition.
said that you put too much stock into it. That was my opinion. But I love how my opinion can't be right when it comes to you. That's
Obviously
how it
not.
works.
My experiences would trump whatever you see because it's my experiences. You're talking
It's
as
not
if you're
an
an
experience
authoritative
that we're
victim.
talking about. It's not an
You're
experience that we're talking about.
talking as if you're an authority on my experiences, on my emotions, on what I put weight into.
I'm not trying to control your emotions, you idiot. I'm making a comment
Is
on
that what I
something that
said?
you did.
I'm saying
I'm making a
authority as in like
comment
you
on
know.
some I'm making a comment on something you did. I said I think you put too much stock into it, and then you're just arguing that point. We can disagree on that, but you don't even want to allow me to have that opinion. That's literally the most ridiculous shit I've ever heard. I'm not allowed to say that I think you're putting too much stock into it. Like, how does that
But
make
you
any
did.
sense?
But you didn't say. I think you were putting. You said Moose. You were putting way too much stock into it. You
Moose,
were
no,
saying it as
stop,
if you're an authority on the
stop.
issue.
This is such a non-point, and I love idiots that make this point. Do I have to everything I say, I have to put "I think" in front of instead of me just saying it so it's obvious that I think that? Like you're taking my word as fact. Like you're implying that when I say something, I'm saying it as an absolute fact, as if I can't state my feelings without saying "I think" in front of it.
Coop,
It's not
you
my
literally.
fault you don't know fucking context clues. That's not my
Coop,
fault.
in this very argument, you
Absolutely
said, "I
ridiculous.
love how you feel as though your opinion just trumps my opinion." Yes, my opinion trumps your opinion because it's about me.
How does that okay, Moose, so my opinion of like anything about me is right instead of you. So like
If I said,
if I stab somebody and I say it's a good thing, then it's just a good thing because my opinion trumps yours. It's about me.
that's clearly not. If
No,
you actually use
no,
context clue, then you understand what I'm talking about.
I'm just doing the you. I'm just doing the you.
If I
Clearly,
said,
clearly
if
my
I
point has
said,
validity, and now that I just poked a hole in yours, you're gonna cry
if
about it.
I said, Coob, you're sad, and you're said, no, actually, I'm actually really happy. I'm as happy
It's
as I
not
can
the
be.
same point. You're literally
Obviously,
giving a
obviously,
50-50
your
you. No,
opinion would
shut up.
trump my
You're
opinion
giving
because it's
a
your
50-50
experience.
you,
Because you
bro.
know you more than I know you.
No, but we're not talking about a feeling, bro. We're literally talking about something
Putting
that you
weight into
did.
it is feeling.
I think you're putting too much weight into it because an average person, I'm basing it on what average people do. Average people don't celebrate going out on a date. So that would make me think that you're putting too much weight into it.
What does putting too much weight into it means? It means putting too much emotion into it, right? And so, thus, the argument that I made about
But
you
what
feeling
if we have what if we have different definitions of putting too much weight into it then?
what's your definition of putting too much weight into it then? What is your
You're putting
definition?
in you're putting in too much effort, too
Hey,
much time,
that's
too
still
much of
that.
your resources.
Okay, so then that's actually different than what I
What if
was
that's
saying.
my definition of it?
So
That
in that way, he's commenting on your actions rather than your
I
feelings.
mean, that's what I was commenting on the whole time. I literally was not even saying anything about your emotions. I was literally just
You
speaking on
said
how you
put too much weight into it. Even Alex thought that you were talking about emotions.
okay, but that's
That was
how,
no,
okay.
that's
So
even no,
Alex,
because you knew Alex was talking about emotions. Because right after that, you said Alex was clarifying your point by saying, "Yeah, I mean, your entire happiness was revolving around being with this girl." You knew he was talking about emotions.
I mean, I didn't know that's what he was gonna say. I actually didn't even expect him to say that. But that, regardless, do you agree with my real point? Because that wasn't even my real point. So, do you agree with my real point that I can have a comment on you putting too much weight on it without I don't even know why I'm arguing this. Like I'm not allowed to state my fucking opinion on things that you tell me. You clearly asked me to get my opinion. You don't ask me so I'm in the know. That's not what you do. You ask to know my opinion. And then I give you my opinion and then you sit there and cry about it.
Opinions on
It's
actions,
actually insane.
fine.
That's
Opinions on actions,
exactly
fine.
what I was giving the whole time, bro.
No, it wasn't because
Yes,
after
I
Alex
literally was. It
clarified you,
literally it
you
was. Okay, so
continued with putting too much weight into it.
okay, so maybe I just got confused on the point Alex was making, but either way, my whole point the whole time was on you just putting too much into it in terms of everything. And I don't think it's a wild statement to say. And even after the fact, after I clarify, you just keep going back to the other point.
What?
Like, I'm clearly, okay, my point clearly now, because it just got mixed up in the middle. My point the whole time was that you put too much into it. And then my example to back that up was me bringing up how you bought dinner. So, and then that's when you try doing the bullshit about, oh, I can't celebrate my achievements. Like you
Just
didn't
Look,
do
mix
that
up in
when you
words,
got
that's
hired
all.
for your new job. Did you buy everybody dinner the day you got your new job? You didn't do
I'm
that
pretty
then.
sure I did.
You did not. Literally did not. But okay.
And also, I've
So
said
I think you were
this
putting
on the
stock in it.
podcast. I'm pretty sure before. Pretty sure I put that in the podcast before. I don't have career aspirations necessarily. I have relationship aspirations, but career aspirations come and go for me. Like before, I used to wanted to be a teacher. Then after that, I wanted to be. Before that, I wanted to be an engineer. Before that, I wanted to be a doctor. Before that, and something else, something else, something else. Career aspirations are not something that I really look forward to. Even with accounting, I wanted to be an audit. I'm in tax now, so thus I don't celebrate stuff like that. When it comes to relationships, though, I do want to celebrate it because it is like that's an actual accomplishment for me. From getting from a guy who couldn't like even stand to be in a place where I can socialize with, like I couldn't be in a networking event for FBLA before. I stayed there for 5 minutes and then I left, and now I'm able to talk to people enough that where I can get a date. That is an accomplishment for me, which is what I was celebrating. You were making a point before.
I was.
Like way
Don't
before,
make your
yeah.
point, Alex. The moose opinion trumps all. Don't do it. It's not
Look,
Why?
worth
I
it.
mean,
look,
The moose
look.
opinion trumps
Yes,
all.
you can have an opinion on my actions, and your opinion is valid. However, when it comes to opinions on my own emotional state,
I
I
wasn't
feel as though
commenting on that. I feel
I
like
don't
I've
think it's I
established
don't
that
think
I
it's
literally
crazy.
wasn't
I don't think it's
commenting.
crazy to
Wasn't
say
commenting.
that my opinion on myself is more valid than anyone
man,
else's opinion.
I literally wasn't arguing that, but okay.
yo, it's
You
just a
literally
mix-up that
is just
happened, and Moose is
that's
still
what I'm trying
focusing
to
on it.
explain, that he's just
I'm not
we can
focusing on
agree
it.
that it was a mix up, bro. Like I didn't plan my point out with Alex, so I got confused with Alex's point because he was making a different point to myself.
Yeah, but you're saying as if I'm still saying that you can't have an opinion on your actions. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just
I know,
making sure that
keep
we're on the
trying
same page about
keep trying to reiterate that I'm not allowed to have or I can have a opinion on your feelings, but yours will trump it. But I'm not arguing you. Like I'm not arguing that with you. So you can stop emphasizing that like I'm a fucking idiot, bro. I'm literally agreeing with you on that point.
Okay, I literally agreed with you that the actions is fine to have an
Okay,
opinion
so
You
on
what
your
are
just
we
keep
actions.
going
arguing?
on about the feelings, bro. What are you talking about?
I was just making a point.
And I agree with you. And then you kept going. Are you confused? Are you slow? My God. You need to get a mental checkup, buddy. You are slow.
Okay, time to wrap up this conversation about love with one of NFL's star couples. Travis
Stop,
Kelsey
bro.
is
No,
Stop, bro. Oh
you're
my
gonna get him
God.
angry,
You
bro.
literally have an obsession, bro. It's insane. You're obsessed. You're literally like one of those fucking losers whose life depends on a fucking person. It's
Oh
so
wait, cool. I
sad.
want to ask you. So, if you saw a random guy at a Taylor Swift concert, what percentage would you say that he's gay?
It's got to be at least like 50. Because like I know people like her music, but like you got to be in the. You got to have some gay percent.
Wait, how much? What
wait. You said
percentage?
Like 15, 15,
50.
15.
you
Wait,
think 15% of
15?
if a guy's at Taylor Swift, you think there's a 15% chance that he's gay?
Yeah,
I said
Oh.
80.
80. Jesus,
Wait,
bro. There
what
are
would you
like,
say about Olivia Rodrigo? Is she higher or lower?
you know what? Maybe it's like 40% for Taylor Swift, and then like 30 for Olivia Rodrigo.
That's exactly
No,
what we said. Basically,
no. I mean,
we said 80 and 60.
yeah, those are not.
That's not
That's not
basically
what.
what you said.
It's multiply by two. Multiply by
Somebody needs to
two.
get the numbers done. All right, so you know
The
what? This is
proportionally.
Oh,
no,
okay.
it's not. It's not proportional.
Okay, and then what do you think for the weekend?
I think
They're what?
the Ravens are going to win.
Oh, I meant like the
No,
weekend, the artist, but that's good. I
Why?
think the Chiefs are gonna win
That's so random. Why did you just bring up the weekend?
because we were talking about artists at the point.
What?
we're talking about the percentage of being. Whatever. We'll just go into talking about the Super Bowl. he says the Ravens, and then I just found it really interesting that you said the Chiefs, and
Because
it's
both
not
can't be
because
true.
Nothing
no,
about
no, no.
football. He's just saying it because Taylor Swift goes to their fucking games.
I that's exactly what I was gonna say. He knows no stats to back it up, no nothing.
I know,
Only
I
because he
know, I know,
wants
I
them to
know,
go to the Super Bowl.
I know. Everyone said the Bills were gonna win, and then what happened? What happened?
That was like the most toss-up game for the fucking division round.
And it also had nothing to do with Taylor Swift. I mean, you're acting like you have some sort of magic ball. When Taylor Swift's presence is around, they'll start to win games.
No, I'm just saying, it'll be perfect if Taylor Swift is at the Super
thing.
Bowl because it'll be the most watched Super Bowl.
It's gonna be so funny when they get destroyed and they lose. It's gonna make it 10 times better.
Okay, but then there's a final nail in the coffin, which is Al's betting for the Ravens, which means the Chiefs are going to the
Alex,
Super
please
Bowl.
don't bet for the Ravens.
Please
No.
bet for the Ravens.
I wanted to bet.
Are
Alex,
you
honestly,
gonna?
I think the Ravens are Alex proof, bro. I think they'll win regardless.
Oh my
Do
god!
it. Then you're making straight money,
Just
Al.
do it.
You're
Just
making
do it,
really
Alex.
good money.
Just do it. Alex, don't even take the money line, bro. Take the spread. The spread will cover, bro. The Chiefs suck, bro. They barely beat the Bills. Josh Allen loves throwing the ball to the other team. And then, bro, the Ravens are so solid, bro. Like who on the Chiefs is gonna stop Lamar? Nobody.
Do it, Al. Bet on the
I might
Ravens.
do it.
Make it
Do
happen.
it, bro. It's literally foolproof. I'm telling you.
Okay, and what happens when next week we say, "Wow,
It's not
that
gonna
was a
happen. I'm so confident that I'm gonna put like 10 grand on it, bro. I'm so confident. The Chiefs are not a
10
good
grand.
football.
I'm actually gonna do this, bro. I'm not kidding.
do it."
Do it. I'm telling you to do it.
I'm
Okay,
begging
I
you to do
will.
it.
I mean,
Is
Moose,
just
you're real confident, but my curse is lifted. So, recording Al here, my curse has indeed not lifted. The Ravens lost to the Chiefs that weekend, despite the Ravens being the favorites in that game, despite Cool being really confident saying how trash the Chiefs are and how good Lamar Jackson is and how he would put $10,000 on the Chiefs losing that game. But they won, so he could have lost $10,000, but that's okay, because this weekend, when this episode comes out, it's Super Bowl Sunday, I am betting on the 49ers to win. And I can't wait for next episode to relish in my success and finally rejoice in the fact that my curse is lifted, specifically laughing in Moose's face because Moose is so confident that my curse will not be lifted that he decided to increase whatever odds I can get on betting the 49ers on the sportsbook. He wants a 25% profit boost, those odds using his own money. Imagine putting your own money on the line and risking it even more than a sportsbook would for the boyfriend of a celebrity that you've never met, will never meet, and doesn't know you exist, winning a game for a team whose city you are not from and have no affiliation with, in a sport where you have little knowledge of and no effect on whatsoever, just so that you can see Taylor Swift smiling in the post-game screen. Can you imagine that? I can't. So, this episode is over. We're going to see what happens, but just know that if the 49ers win, I'm the reason.
Well, that'll wrap things up for today. Thank you so much for watching and listening. If you are on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or anything else, please leave us a like or rate us 5 stars. Leave a comment down below if you're on Spotify or YouTube. And have a great day. Thank you. Fuck you. Bye.